Abiding in the King is that next level step in which you take your deep and personal relationship, in which you say, God has a purpose for me here. I am here for a reason. My life matters. What I do matters. How do I need to move back into trusting him again? Mary and Joseph trusted God's plan when it didn't make sense. We are called over and over, will you trust in God's plan? Will you trust the King who reigns over all? Will you trust this Lord of your life? How do I need to abide in Christ? By trusting him again. Where do I need to trust him again? Abiding in the King means relying on his strength. Jesus reminds us that apart from him, we can do nothing. Like branches connected to a vine, we draw our strength and sustenance from him. So as you trust him, perhaps you will need to rely on his strength over your own. See, we tend to think we can do things in our own strength. I can do this. I can fight my way through it. I can push my way through it. There's a way I'm going to. We are taught this. We are taught that you're supposed to do it on your own, that you're supposed to push through no matter what. And Jesus says, no, you rely on my strength. You start to believe and trust and then rely on what I can do. You may be struggling. I'm holding you. You may be in the midst of the most challenging moment of your life. You don't have to push through and make it. You can rely on my strength and know I've already died for you. I already have a future for you. I have a purpose for you now. And whatever you face, you can rely on me to get you through it. I will hold you. I will take care of you. I will walk for you. I will lead you. I will guide you. I will give you everything you need to make it. Rely on my strength, not your own. That's abiding. Abiding in the King means we walk in obedience. It's not passive. It's not a passive abiding. It means we align our lives with the will of following his example of love and humility in our world. The shepherds offer us this beautiful picture of what happens when we abide in the King. First, they hear the good news. And when they hear the good news, they respond. Man, most people miss it right there. When they heard the good news, they responded and obeyed. They obeyed and hurried towards the baby and said, we want to see this, we want to experience this, and they leave that place glorifying, rejoicing, and praising God. They are changed from it. When we abide in the King, what happens in our life? When we really experience who this King is, when we are in that close personal relationship, we can't help but have joy come out. We can't help but have these overwhelming feelings of glorifying and praising God because of this unshakable truth that I have the King. I know there's another way. I know there's more to this life. I get to experience not only whatever all of heaven is, but I get to experience true knowledge, knowing that God is here right now in the midst of this place, in the midst of me, and has a purpose for me and created me. That's who I'm abiding in. That's the King that I get to glorify.